What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. Today is, as y'all can see, Thursday, October 23rd, and it's currently 8:59 p.m. As y'all can see, I am at the airport right now. I am on my way to Washington, D.C. for Howard Homecoming. Y'all, I am so excited. I haven't been to homecoming since junior year of college. Yeah, this was right before the pandemic happened. My senior year of college, I actually moved back home to Jersey. So I spent, I would say, a year and a half of college home in Jersey, and then I lived in DC for 3.5 years. So I'm really excited to go back to DC. This year is their 101st anniversary. I wanted to go last year, but I just didn't go. So I'm really excited that I am going this year. I'm gonna be with Nairi and Fasayo. Y'all have seen them a couple of times on my channel, so it's gonna be fun. And yeah, it has been a couple of months since I had picked up the camera. I have my retainer on, so bear with me, y'all. But yeah, it has been a couple of months since I had picked up the camera. Y'all, so much is going on, it makes no sense. I don't know if I told y'all, but I probably told y'all in my previous vlogs, I am president of the Black Law Students Association at my law school, and so much has been happening. We've had a whole lot of events going on, just a whole lot is going on behind the scenes, and honestly, I have been so busy, like it's crazy. Even today, I was so busy, y'all. Like today, I went and got my hair done and my nails done. Woke up at 7 in the morning. I went to Kent to get my hair done, where I normally go and get my hair done. Then I had to go back to Cap Hill to go to school, because today, the Black Law Students Association, BALSA, we had an event today. We had a check-in lunch, and we just appointed a new secretary, and so today she was hosting a check-in lunch. So I wanted to go to school and, you know, make sure everything was okay initially. I have class during that time. I have securities regulations, so I just said hello to her briefly and then went to the library and hopped on Zoom. Today I had class on Zoom. Normally we have in-person class, but this professor, I don't think he primarily lives in Washington State. Some of the professors that we have at the school, they don't live in Washington State. Some of them live in like Arizona. I would say for the most part, I've noticed that like a lot of the professors that don't live in Washington State, they live in Arizona. So yeah, I don't know. I think he's just here because they had a Mariners game recently, and he was working at the Mariners game. Apparently baseball is really big in Washington State. Never really knew that, but yeah, like the Mariners game has been pretty huge so far. But yeah, I had a very long day. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to hop on that flight and go to sleep. As y'all know, the government has shut down, so I was really nervous about TSA, because you know they're not getting paid. You feel me? So I was nervous. I'm like, you know what, I need to get to the airport early just in case. So yeah, now it's 9 o'clock and my flight is at 10:54, and we're gonna start boarding at 10:14, so I have about an hour. I have a lot to do, y'all. Like I have a lot to do for BOSA. I have a lot to do for just like classes in general. Like it has been so busy. Literally, I have not picked up the camera or even thought about the camera since like Australia. So it's really funny that like the next time y'all see me, I'm at the airport. But you know, I had to vlog for homecoming, you know? Like I haven't been to homecoming in 5 years, so I had to vlog homecoming. Of course, I'm repping my alma mater, you feel me? But yeah, I'm so excited to be in DC. I'm gonna be in DC Friday all the way up till Monday morning. So yeah, I'm catching a red eye tonight. So I'll land in DC tomorrow morning. I have a layover in Philly. So yeah. All right, y'all. So finally in DC with Nairi. And then hold on, we flip the camera. Hey. We got Fasayo.
Oh no, you have the GoPro.
This is the Osmo Pocket 3.
Oh, period. Tell us.
But yeah, y'all, we are on our way to campus finally. We got some drinks going, and yeah, I'm super excited. We about to be lit.
If you pay your own bill, make some noise. Hey, you rep that Howard University shit, make some noise right now. And then like a 9.
Nairi.
Yeah.
Later that same evening.
Come on, content creator.
Yo,
Right?
She got the
whole setup. Got it?
yeah.
turning it up is crazy.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. You're not.
Did he just say shake your anus?
You said that what?
It's the next day.
I thought you
It's
did.
Saturday, October 25th, and it's currently 4:30 p.m. Right now, we're on our way to the Bullpen for Howard's tailgate. Not really though, but tailgate. Yeah. Happy Sunday, y'all. So,
Sunday.
yes, we are on our way to brunch. Y'all, it has been an eventful, very, very eventful weekend. But yeah, right now we're heading to the brunch spot. Y'all, yesterday we went out to the club. The club was fun. They was playing good music. I like the music they was playing. I think was just too tired because we went to the Bullpen for a few hours. Then I had went out. We came home, we changed, then went to the club and all that. So yeah, now it's literally our last day. Me and Fasayo's flights tomorrow are early. My flight is at 6:10, hers is at 6:24, so it's great because we get to leave at the same time. But yeah, y'all, I haven't really vlogged much because honestly, so much has been going on. Like, we go to an event, come home, change, go out again. So I didn't go to sleep until like 6:30. Woke up around like almost 11. Honestly, that's pretty normal. Only getting 5 hours of sleep for me because of law school. Y'all, I have not studied. I have not opened one book this whole weekend. Like, because where's the time? But yeah, y'all. I have tacos. What's up? Then we have this beautiful lady right here. And then another beautiful lady. I got some tea because, you know, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Just a little bit. And then I got my half and half sugar. Cheers, guys.
Got a little kick.
Alright, y'all, so it is currently, I don't even know, it's like 4:30 in the morning. Fasayo and I are finally leaving Night Erie's house, and we're going back home to our prospective abodes. So, yeah, this was Howard Homecoming. Honestly, I didn't get to vlog like a lot because like a lot was happening, but I had a good time. I had a good time with my friends. It was a good time, even though yes, there were things that were happening, which honestly I think I might do a recap when I get home. But yeah, y'all, like Howard Homecoming was really, really interesting this year. I don't know if I'll be back next year. I don't think I will, but I'm glad that I at least went to homecoming as an alum. This was my first homecoming as an alum and my first homecoming since I graduated. Yeah, obviously. But yeah, y'all, honestly, y'all, we have not slept yet. So hopefully on the flight, we'll be really, really tired. Well, I know I have a longer flight. It's in here. My flight is long, so I have a little bit of time to sleep, but yeah. I am finally at my gate. It is currently 5:40 and we actually start boarding in 5 minutes, y'all. Whew, we got to the airport around like 5:06. I was a little bit nervous about TSA just because you just never know with the government shutdown and everything. And going through TSA, it was actually really, really smooth. Like, I went through quick. I had to pay $30 because my my bag was overweight like a pound. Like it was, well, 2 pounds realistically speaking. So yeah, it was like 52 pounds and I just paid $30. I told the lady, hey, like my flight is coming up soon, and so like I'm just gonna pay because I don't have time to like open up my suitcase, because she was giving me the opportunity to open up my suitcase and, you know, take something out, put it in my book bag. But honestly, like I have a padlock on my suitcase, so to like literally unlock my bag and then go through that stuff, it just like would be a hassle and just like take up too much time. Honestly, if I had did that, I probably would get here very, very late, because literally I got to make it around like 5:30, so like 10-15 minutes to spare. Saya had caught me because when we were going through like TSA, we had noticed that the clear line, so like the line where you pay, you know, extra money to go through the line a lot faster, y'all, can you imagine that that line was actually a lot longer than the general standard line? Like that was crazy. But anywho, I was sad. I missed Fasayo and Nairi already. It was so nice seeing them and hanging out with them. It's always a vibe. I'm glad that we actually had, you know, gotten the time to hang out, because the last time all three of us hung out was last year. Yeah, last year in NYC. So, yeah, y'all. I'm sad to go back to Seattle, only because like I spent time with like my friends, my black people. You know, it was nice seeing black people everywhere, and I'm going back to Seattle, which is like, you know, hella. So yeah, it's also nice to see, like, you already know like who went to Howard. Like there's people who was catching their flights early this morning and we're all wearing Howard gear. Like, you know, this is one of the things I purchased at the bookstore. But yeah, like I had went to the bookstore and had got a couple of things all in here, all Howard stuff. I finally got a Howard alum sweater so I could rock that. But yeah, I went and got like 4 things and they were all like really, really good buys because I had left my sweater at home. So it was nice. Flight 451 to Philadelphia, gate 859. That's my flight, y'all. So like to share a few helpful reminders. I will see y'all when I get to Seattle. It is actually exactly 1 week later from homecoming. Today is Saturday, November 1st. The reason why I'm doing a recap a week later is because I had ran out of space on my SD card. So literally today I went to Best Buy and got a new SD card. Hopefully I shouldn't run out of space anytime soon, because the SD card that I had was 64 gigabytes and the one that I got today was 512. So I should not be running out anytime soon. It should last me until probably the end of next year, if I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. So last Friday I landed in DC. Literally as soon as I landed, damn near all of us, we had errands to run. Me, Nairi, Fasayo. I had ordered 2 of the same pair of high heels. I was a little bit nervous that the heel that I had ordered wasn't going to come in time. That's why I had ordered a second pair of the same, but they both came in a timely manner. So literally, once I got to Nairi's house, I put my bag down, I put my suitcase down, my book bag down, and I quickly went and shipped off one of the extra pairs because I just wanted to get it out the way. Afterwards, we all started getting ready. Luckily for Sayo, she pretty much had her makeup done, so I just had to take a shower and do my makeup, and Nairi also had taken a shower earlier that morning, so she just had to do her makeup. So we, you know, got ready, and then we, you know, pre-gamed a little bit, you know, had a little drinky drink. Got to the yard, and honestly, I already knew that it was not gonna be it, because I kid you not, I forgot the name of the street, but you know, if you've been to Howard campus, you know the street of like where the School of Business is, and where like Howard Deli used to be, and Howard China currently is, right? That street, I remember when I was like a freshman, sophomore, I kid y'all not, that street used to be packed with people. When I tell y'all it was empty, it was empty. Like, I was thinking to myself, is homecoming even happening? Because why is there no people on the street? Like, what's going on? So, you know, we get out the Uber, And then, we are heading to the yard. We're going through SOB, the School of Business, and then Crampton, the auditorium. And, we get to the yard, and I'm like, yeah, the yard just seems pretty, like, empty. Emptier than usual. Let me just say that. Like, yeah, like there was people there, but it was still pretty much empty. So I already knew. I was like, yeah, homecoming is not the same, obviously. Like, we didn't even know who was performing. G Herbo was there. This other guy, I forgot his name, but he's the one who did the song 3 a.m. It's a rap song for those who don't know. So like apparently the Kappas, they were strolling while he was performing. Ironically enough, me, Night Airy, and Fasaya, we were doing a video while he was doing his performance and didn't even realize it. But yeah, Lil Tyler was there performing as well. But yeah, we just didn't even know who the artists were at all. We couldn't even go to Blackburn because normally Blackburn used to be open. Blackburn closed. Like, for the most part, all of the buildings on campus was closed. Something that they're doing different is that they have digital IDs as opposed to like physical IDs, which is like kind of annoying because I do still have my physical ID even though it's technically expired. But at this point, it's useless because now they've switched it to digital ID. And I don't understand why Howard did that. Like, to me, I just don't think it's a smart idea. But hey, that's Howard for you. Took pictures on the yard, got some flicks, look good and whatnot. But yeah, we were gonna go to El Rey, and then we decided to go to the bookstore because there were things that I personally wanted to buy. And we were like, you know what, let's just go now because when we had went to El Rey, there wasn't any line. And so we were like, okay, let's go to the bookstore because there was a long line at the bookstore. So go to the bookstore, I get like 4 things. And ironically enough, I'm actually glad that I bought those 4 things because I've actually used all of them except one. So I bought like kind of like a rain jacket and like 2 sweaters, and then kind of like 1 jacket, which ironically enough, I actually ended up wearing one of the jackets because it was cold, y'all, cold. Like, I forgot how, the cold is on the East Coast is very different from Seattle. Like, Seattle's cold is very bearable because it rains a lot. And so it's like a moist cold. Whereas on the East Coast, it's a dry cold. So it's like really, really cold. And so, yeah, like I said, it was just cold. We buy our items and we decide to head to El Rey. Now you just see a long ass line, so there was no way we were getting inside. So then we ended up going to Ben's next door, and we had asked him what the wait time was, and it was like 30 minutes. But the people there, they did not take Fasayo's number, and so when Fasayo went and asked like, hey, like, when are we going to be seated? Because there were people that had came in after us that were being seated. They said, oh, because you didn't give us your phone number, you're going to have to wait an extra 30 minutes. Absolutely not. So Fasayo and I had went and found Nairi, and we also met with Aine and her cousin. Now, backstory, Fasayo, Nairi, and Aine are all a part of the same business fraternity. I know Aine because if I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing her in the School of Business. We had a reservation at Swahili Village. Now, it was supposed to be 3 of us. It turned into like 8 of us. Aine had invited some of her friends, and even one of them, I know them because School of Business, and we were both team leaders, so it was really, really nice to see her. Shout out to Ona. We get seated. I get a chai tea because at that point I'm like, I need some tea because I cannot get sick on this trip. God forbid. And it's really, really cold. And well, I knew it was cold, but I didn't think it was going to be that cold. But no, it was actually really cold. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. Like, I am just going to be a baddie outside showing skin. And it is what it is. We all got food. I got jollof rice, fried plantain with goat stew, because at first I was gonna do beef stew, but I'm like, it's not every day that I have goat stew, so let me just get goat stew. And it hit like, listen, y'all, at that point I was low-key hangry because we were supposed to like sit down and kind of like get like a little bit of appetizers at Ben Next Door or even at El Rey, and it just didn't go as planned. So Lord. So after we finish eating, we go home, we change for the club. And I don't even know why, but it just took us so long to like actually leave the house. We left the house at like almost 1 o'clock. I think we left the house at like 12:30. Since when did we start leaving the house at 12:30, y'all? That is so crazy. Like, normally latest, you would leave the house at like 10:30, 11. But no, we're leaving at 12:30. So we get to the party, and y'all, the DJs played. They played that night. It was awful. It was awful. It was just awful. Okay. I told my friend, I said to her, I don't think I'm gonna go to a party specifically by that, that party organizer, because I had went to their party in NYC and it wasn't bad at all. Like, the DJs were good. The issue is that people were just standing, and I don't know what it is about what's happening now with like the club scene, but like people are literally just standing, like no one's dancing. And I don't know if y'all know this, but, when I was at Howard, I was on a dance team freshman, sophomore year. That's how I met Fasayo. And so, like, obviously I know how to, I know how to do a local something, you feel me? Even though I am retired. But I'm not going to dance if other people are not dancing, because now I'm just, putting spotlight on myself that I don't want. Like, I want other people to be dancing, having a good time, because it just it contributes to an overall good vibe. But literally, like, the DJs were just terrible and nobody was dancing. So yeah, the only highlight Friday was the fact that we got pictures and we got good food at Swahili Village. That's it. The next day we went to the Bullpen. So like, the Bullpen is now the new tailgate, because normally the tailgate would have happened in the parking lot behind the McDonald's on campus. But I guess Howard completely shut it down. So now the Bullpen has become the new tailgate. And did y'all know that to get into Bullpen, it was $50? Now, luckily, we ended up getting 2 free tickets, and then we had to pay for the third one. But that's so crazy to me. Like, why are we paying $50 to get into a venue? That's insane to me. For those that don't understand what like homecoming is, especially at an HBCU, homecoming is when, all of the alumni come back to the school, and basically we celebrate like our success and celebrate how we have honestly leveled up after graduating, celebrating all of the lessons and our education that has impacted us to go out into the world and continue to do what we're doing, right? But at the same time too, is also for the undergraduate students as well. It's also for the students as well. Like, it's for the students. It's for the students. It's for alumni. It's for even parents of the students and things like that. So now I'm seeing that like they're literally pricing the students out. What college student has the money to pay $50 to get into a party? Already they're spending a lot of money for their outfits, because let's keep it a buck. Like, Howard Homecoming is a fashion show, period. So already they're spending money on their outfits, and now you want them to spend money for a tailgate that has always historically been free. Like, that's crazy. The Bullpen was not bad at all. I think just the only downside is that folks had to pay $50. And mind you, it was sold out. And apparently they were selling tickets since August. Like, how the heck we supposed to know that? How are we supposed to plan that far in advance? Like, literally, I kid you not, like, I bought my ticket to DC, my flight ticket to DC, like September, like I think late September. So how are we supposed to know, like, in August, people are going to go to, homecoming? But I digress. And then apparently there's like another event near the Bullpen, but it's at a ballpark, if I'm not mistaken. So, you needed tickets to get into the ballpark, but finesse, basically they weren't letting people in, and so people were trying to bum rush the gate. So we were all like packed like sardines. We were literally dead smacked in like the middle of like the crowd, basically squished Okay, and we have people who are, you know, literally trying to bum rush, so they're like pushing us to the front. Mind you, we can't go nowhere because they weren't letting anyone in. So I ended up leaving early to go hang out with somebody. And Nairi and Fasil, they were at the ballpark. And they were telling me how they ended up getting in, but it wasn't even fun because at some point they stopped playing music, which was crazy. So, anyways, I linked up with them later on that night. We were supposed to go to a party, but we didn't have tickets to the party. So we ended up going to a club on U Street. And I actually liked the club. You know, they was playing rap, hip hop, and the DJ was good. And in the words of Nairi, he was consistent. Like, but nonetheless, like, I liked the music he was playing. Like, he did a really good job. And I told Nairi, I was like, it's not all the time Afrobeat. Like, it's good to get like hip hop rap. And I actually listen to hip hop and rap. I just don't know the lyrics to these songs. Cause who got time to be learning the lyrics? You know, I'm a law student. I don't got the time. You feel me? Next day we have brunch. The brunch was good. It was a bottomless brunch. The brunch was good. I really, really wanted to go to Park for their brunch because when I took a look at the menu looked really good. But basically they were, you know, all booked up for brunch. But we did have RSVP tickets, free RSVP tickets to basically like the after party of the brunch. So it was supposed to start, if I'm not mistaken, I think at like 5 or 6. So we get there, there's a long line. They're not letting no one in because they're trying to kick people out from brunch. Normally they don't do that, or they're not supposed to do that, which is like kick people out from brunch. Normally, like, people who come from brunch, they stay, you know, through the party as well. Bro, basically, we end up going to like 2 bars, right? 2-3 bars to use the bathroom and just like find a place to like sit because nobody's about to stand in that line. Cause they wasn't letting anyone in, and we all like got drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, they basically said they were gonna start letting people in around like 6:37. So we go there around 6:37. They still weren't letting people in. And then when they started letting people in, now they want to charge women $40 and men $75. Mind you, we had free RSVP tickets to Park, okay? And kind of like the similar thing of like the ballpark the previous day, we were all like squished, jam-packed into that one space trying to get into Park. I don't understand why these party organizers and these party promoters cannot get their shit together. Like, this literally happens every year. So you should be able to gather data and be able to use that data to improve everything. But they're not doing that. It just seems like it's getting worse. Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah. Basically we decide to leave, so we left. Someone came and picked us up. They got us food. So, you know, we was just all hanging out and just talking. Like, literally, we just ended up talking. And Fasayo and I, we literally didn't even go to sleep. We literally was up talking with Nairi. And then, you know, we literally like packed our stuff, took a shower, head to the airport, boom, back in our respective places. So that pretty much sums up what happened during homecoming. I still had a good time. Like, I'm glad that I was able to hang out with Nairi and Fasayo. It's always a great time. But I literally was telling them, I'm like, okay, y'all, like, we're a lot older now. We've been to homecoming a couple of times. They've been to homecoming more than I have. And it just seems like it's getting worse. Like, it seems like it's getting worse. And so I told them, I'm like, listen, hey, like, we could just use homecoming as an excuse to just do stuff in DC. Like, we don't have to do Howard shit at all, because clearly Howard isn't putting in the effort to get the alumni to come back to the school, which is actually a really, really bad thing, because you want your alum to come back, and more importantly, you want your alum to give back to the school. And if you are not creating a good experience for your alumni, mind you, already as a student, already as a student, you going through the Howard runaround. You're already going through mad shit as a student. So it's just like, damn, y'all can't even get it together like for the alum, bro. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, nonetheless, I still had a good time. I still had fun. I was glad to be in DC. I wanted to go back to DC because one of my goals after graduating is to move back to the East Coast. I know for a fact I don't want to move back to Jersey. So I've been looking, specifically at the DMV. DC is definitely out of the question. It doesn't feel the same, and it probably is because I'm a lot older, so I've just outgrown the environment, especially living in Seattle for like 3 years. I'm like, damn, like when I landed in DC, I was thinking to myself, dang, like Seattle really is like aesthetically way prettier than DC. And I'm like, dang, like I'm like, shit, like I'm kind of glad I live in Seattle. Like, what the heck? That's so crazy because when I first moved to Seattle, I hated Seattle, and now I'm like liking Seattle because I am starting to see the beauty of Seattle. Even though, yes, like there are some like downsides to like living in Seattle, which is like basically like a whole bunch of white folks. That really is the downside of living in Seattle, just being in a predominantly white space all the time. Like, it was just nice to at least be in a predominantly Black environment and predominantly Black spaces, which is, like how I grew up. And it just made me realize how much I really do love Black folk. And I really hope that, we are able to get our shit together because this ain't it. Fasayo and Nairi was telling me how, like, last time they went to homecoming, which might have been, like, 2 or 3 years ago, it wasn't bad. It was actually lit. It was actually fun. Even, like, our friends, even people that we know that actually live in the DMV did not show up to homecoming. Mind you, they live right there. So imagine someone like myself who's literally flying across the country for this, and even the people that are literally in the vicinity of homecoming is not even showing up, y'all. Like I said, I still had a good time. I still enjoyed myself. But yeah, y'all, like, at least we look good. Like, that is the upside to the trip. We all looked good as shit, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much, recap of Howard Homecoming. I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog. Make sure y'all like, comment, and more importantly, subscribe. And I will see y'all in my next vlog. Bye, y'all.